Dear students, in this video we are going to see some of the basic features of Microsoft Excel. First, you should know Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet software. Okay, a spreadsheet software is a software that helps to record data. Data means numbers and text in a tabular form and provides tools to calculate, manipulate, and organize information like alphabetizing a list of names or ordering records or to analyze information using mathematical formulas. Okay, so you should know what is Microsoft Excel, what are the components of Microsoft Excel first. So see the screen of your Microsoft Excel software will look like this. So you know this is the office button which contains these buttons: new, open, save, save as, all this. And then you have quick access toolbar, title bar, and then the tabs which consist of groups and inside the ribbon, and this is the name box, and this is the formula bar, and these are the columns A, B, C, D. These are the column headers, and 1, 2, 3, they are all row headers. And by default a worksheet will contain 3 worksheets. Okay, like sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. If you want, you can add any number of sheets in the worksheet in the Excel file. Okay, these sheets are together called as workbook. That means each separate sheet are called as worksheets. Okay, so now let's see, this is vertical toolbar, scroll bar, and this is the horizontal scroll bar, and this is the zoom button, and this is your navigation pane, and this is the various views of Excel file. Okay, so you all now you are familiar with the components of a worksheet. And now let's see, this is the worksheet where you work with, and this is called cell pointer. When you take your cursor over any of the cell, if you click on it, you will see the black boundary that is called as cell pointer. Okay, so what is meant by cells? They are the intersection of rows and columns. An Excel file is made up of rows and columns. Each box, they are the intersection of rows and columns. They are called as cell. How will you find the cell address? For example, I place my cell pointer in a particular cell. So how will you find the address of this particular cell? So you have to see the column header which is highlighted, and row header. So how will you call column B and row 4, that is P4 is the address of the particular cell. Same way you can find the address of any of the cells. Okay, so now let's see what does mean this column numbers. How many column numbers we have in an Excel file, and row numbers. Column number starts with A and ends with XFD. Okay, and row numbers are starting with 1 and ends with 10,48,576. Okay, so now let's see how to create a new workbook. So you have to go to office button, click on new, and click on this blank workbook and create. So you will get a new blank workbook. Okay, so you should know how to save the file also. So for example, if you are saving the file for the first time, you have to use the save option. Okay, you will get a save as dialog box. For example, this is my new worksheet. I am going to save this. So when you are saving for the first time, it will ask you to select the file, select the place where you want to save the particular file. Okay, when you are saving the second time, so you need not mention any file name, or you need not mention any place where you want to see it will be saved in the same place. So you can just click office button and save option. If you wanted to save your file in some other place, or if you wanted to save the updated version in some other place of your file, so that time you have to use the save as option. Okay, it will be saved in some other place. So that is the difference between save and save as option. Now let's see how to move around your worksheet. Okay, so how will you move around your worksheet? For example, I'm here in this particular cell. How will I move around? Left arrow key, right arrow key, top arrow key, and down arrow key. To move to move left, right, top, down of one cell, you can use the arrow keys. So what is the other ways to move around? For example, if I wanted to move to the right edge of the current region, control plus right arrow key, control plus left arrow key to move to the left edge, control plus top to move to the top edge, control plus down to move to the below edge. Okay, bottom edge. So as I told you already, how many rows it contains? 10,48,576. So what can I do now to go to the first cell? Control plus top arrow key. Okay, next will be home button and end button. So let's see, for example, if I'm keeping my cell over here, if I press home button, what happens? It will take you to the first cell of the particular region. If I press control plus home, what will happen? So control plus home, it is taking you to the first cell of the worksheet. Control plus end, it will take you to the last cell of the range of data where you have entered. For example, I'm taking some other worksheet where I have entered data. So what will happen if I'm clicking on control plus end? It will take you to the last cell where my data exists. Only it will see the cells of the data. Okay. So it will take you to the last cell of the particular data range. Next will be page up and page down. Okay. So what it will do? Page up will move you. Page up will move you to the top of the page. For example, page down. It is taking you to the next page below, screen down. When I do page up, it will take you to the topmost page. Okay, one screen top. Next will be alt plus page up and page down. What will happen? It will take you to the right edge of the screen. It will take you to the next right side of the screen. For example, what is mean by cell range? See, what is mean by cell range? Where is my data existing? This mark sheet from A1 till G7, that is called cell range. From A1 to G7 my data is available. See, for example, take a blank book. So I am just I wanted to select from A1 till H15. This is my cell range. That means neighboring cells. It can be from anywhere. So from here to here. What is the cell range? From here, from J13 till O18. Okay. Let's see what are the data types in Excel. There are three types of data can be entered: numbers, text and formulas. Numbers are values, text or labels, and also mathematical formulas. Okay. Let's see how to enter these data. So as you all know, you have to take your cursor in the particular cell and you can enter the data this way. You do that. For example, I wanted to type 1, 2, 3 in order. So what can I do? I can just select both the cells. This is the order I wanted in a continuous order, consecutive numbers, a serial number or roll number I wanted to enter. So how will I do it? First two cells I have to enter because it should know the range of the cells. It should know which way you wanted to fill the data. So now you have to use the autofill feature. For that you have to use the autofill handle. So now after selecting, you just go to the right side bottom corner, you will see a plus symbol, the particular two cells. Just click it, click the left mouse arrow and then drag it. That means you are taking this. So it is showing you series of numbers. For example, I want to enter even numbers. What I will do? 2, 4. This is order I wanted. So you just click both the cells, select both the cells, go to the corner, you will see the autofill handle, click on the left mouse button and drag. So if I wanted to display the odd numbers, so what can I do? Same way, first two cells I have to enter, select both the cells, go to the right side bottom corner, see the autofill handle, click the left mouse button and drag it. This way we can display the series of numbers. If I wanted to display the same text in both all the places, for example numbers, what can I do? I just enter in one cell. I want numbers in all the cells between from 1 to 10. So what can I do? Just go to the, I've entered this. It will be copied to all the cells till which I wanted. Just use the autofill feature. So now if I wanted to enter the date or days, so that can also be autofilled. Now see, it will get repeated. Even months can be done in that way. Any day I can start from. See, January. Anyway, even short form or long form. Even Monday, Tuesday, MON if you do. Use the autofill feature, fill it. Next, if you wanted to fill the date also can be posted. For example, any date I'm entering. I want to use the autofill feature. Can you see the order? Yes. Okay, let's see how to enter these dates. For example, the home tab you have numbers group. In this you can select any of the format from here also. Long date. Can you see this long date? Right. So short date means this is a short date. If you want more features, you have to go to click on this small arrow, double click it. You will see format cell dialog box. Okay, so see there are so many formats. Only day. This way you can select and apply. Okay, there are so many formats available to enter the date. If you just keep scrolling in, these are the different ways of entering dates. Okay, then is performing undo and redo. You should know what is undo and redo. Undo means what? Whatever you did now. For example, I don't want to delete these numbers. I can undo it. That means it came back. So what is meant by this undo? Can you see this two buttons in the quick access toolbar? This is for undo and this is for redo. And you can use the keyboard shortcuts also. Can you see? If you take the cursor over here, it will show you the keyboard shortcut. Control plus Z. That is for undo. Control plus Y for redo. Only if you undo, you can redo. So if I say redo, what happens? It deleted the numbers again. Inserting and deleting columns. Okay, so now say let's see this particular data. I have entered a class mark sheet and I found the total and average. Okay, I wanted to enter one more mark over here, mark 4, in between mark 3 and mark 2 total. So what I should do, I have to insert one column here. What I can do, go to the column header, cell, click on it. That means your whole column will get selected. Right click and say insert. So it will be inserted. If I wanted to insert one row in between Mahesh and Kushi, what can I do? I have to go to the row header, select the row, right click and say insert. So it will be inserted. Okay, so now you know how to insert a row and a column. So now let's see how to insert and delete cells. So same way, click on the particular row, right click, delete. Okay, if I say if I click on any cell, I say right click and delete. It will ask me 4 options are there. See, shift cells left, shift cells up, entire row or entire column. It is asking you if you want to delete only the particular cell or if you want to delete entire row or entire column. It will ask you. So now if I am clicking it over here, if I say right click and delete, only one cell I want to delete, up, so it will delete it and it will go up. If I say shift, if I say control Z, what happens? Undo. Okay, so it is deleting and moving the cells up. If I right click and say delete, shift cells left, it will take your cells left. So this one came left side. Okay, so or if you want to delete the entire row, it will delete the entire row. Right click and say delete the entire row. It will be deleted. This is also possible. Okay, understood what is this 4 options like shift cells up, down, entire row, entire column. Okay, now already I showed you how to delete a worksheet and how to insert a worksheet. Okay students, now let's go to the formatting option in Excel. So once you enter the data, you have to format it, right? So you should know how to format it. Formatting means what? So every data will not look same. Heading will have different size and data content will have different size. You want to align it in different way. You want to change the color. So many things coming under formatting. First we will see how to change the font formatting in Excel. So for example, I am changing the font for this particular data. What can I do? I have to go to where I have to go in the font group. So I can change the, what is this, font face, this is font size, and this is increase size and decrease size. This is font styles, bold, italic, underline. This is the border, this is the highlight color, and this is the text color, font color. This is highlight color, font color. So if you want to change the font color to some other color, that is also possible here. Okay, if I wanted to give the highlight color, so I can give it with any of the color like this. Okay, if you wanted to increase the size, increase it. If you wanted to change the font, you can change it to any of the font. Okay, if you wanted to decrease the size, decrease it. Increase the size, increase it. If you want to make it bold, you italic, and if you wanted to underline, so that is also possible. It's called font formatting. Next is aligning the text. Okay, so as you all know, this is for aligning. So you have to go to select the particular data which you wanted to align. For example, I'm increasing the size of this particular mark sheet, this particular cell I wanted to align. So what should I do? I have to go to the alignment group of the home tab. So you are seeing the three options here: top, middle, bottom. This is left, center, just right alignment. Okay, so top means it will take you to the top right corner, middle, bottom. Okay, left, center, right. This is only top, middle, bottom. Understood? Next comes text orientation. See the orientation here. See, it can be clockwise, anti-clockwise, vertical, clockwise, anti-clockwise, vertical, rotate text up. Now wrap text. What happens? Wrap text means it is wrapping the text within the particular cell. So it is not size is not enough, so it is wrapping itself. Next comes merge and center. What do you mean by merge and center? So for example, you have entered the heading in one cell. You wanted to merge and make this heading common to this particular cells. What you have to do? Select the particular range of cells and click on the merge and center. So you can change it in any of the ways. I want it rotating this way. I want this to be rotated this way. So anything is. This is called alignments. If you wanted more options, so click on this particular small arrow. It will take you to the format cells dialog box. Now see the alignment. So this orientation according to the degree. See, can you see the preview in that? You can just move your cells also in any of the way. You want this way, that means 45-degree up. Then click OK. For example, now you have a big data. For example, I want this data to be shrinked in the particular data. It is not showing. Now it is showing the error because the cell is not enough to display the text. What can I do now? I can shrink to fit. What will happen? It will shrink the data to fit into the particular column. Same way, if you feel the data is very big, it is not fitting in the particular cell, you can use this shrink to fit option. Now let's see how to format the numbers. These are the numbers. For example, go to the numbers group of the home tab. So there are so many ways to format the numbers. See, currency format, number, accounting, date, time, percentage. These are the different ways to format the numbers. Okay, so general, number, it will show you with decimals. Currency, it will show you with the rupee symbol or dollar symbol. Accounting or date, time. So any of the way you can change to enter the numbers. Okay, so by this we will complete this video. Next video we will see how to enter cells, how to select cells, what is formula, and how to write the formulas, and how to do the cell referencing. Okay, children, thank you.